right, let's go. We're going to take a look at the reorder paragraphs, practice number 11. And again, same old thing. We look for traps. As I scan through this, the first one that I notice is right here, this bank. So what question do we ask when we see this bank? Which bank, right? So we scan through and let's see, we look here, 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 and here. And do you agree? Do you agree that there's one sentence that actually introduces a bank? And it's right here, Bank of Scotland. So I'm going to put it above this. Okay, so my connection is this bank is talking about the Bank of Scotland because there's no other sentence introducing us to a bank, like an actual name of a bank. All right, but with that said, this is not going to be the first sentence because you see here, this also has a reference to do this. What is this? So we're still thinking about trap, right? This is going to be linking to another sentence. So you know this is not number one. So we're going to look at these sentences here to see what they're talking about. The first Scottish bank to do this. Okay, so to do what? Nothing is done here. Well, we have Scotland, which could be a Scottish bank, and issue banknotes. Good. So we're talking about Scottish bank, do this. What is the Scottish bank doing? Issuing banknotes. All right. If you don't know, well, I didn't know, but banks don't print money, right? If you go to the bank and you want to take some money out, they're not going to go to the back and print out $100 for you. Banks don't print money. But apparently, back then in Scotland, the banks did print money. So excellent. So here we have to do this is connected to issuing banks and obviously Scotland. Okay. And then the name of the bank. And when this bank is referring to Bank of Scotland. So we have the pairs. Now, if we look at this right here, we know this cannot be number one. This cannot be the first sentence. So far, we know we have two pairs. That's 2 points. We know this is not going number one, so we have to see what could possibly go first. So if we see this right here, are still allowed to issue. So they're talking about, but Scotland still issue banknotes. That must mean that it's opposite to something about banks not issuing banknotes, right? Because it's but, and this bank is still issuing banknotes. So it must be countering to something that says not issuing banknotes. So let's take a look to see which one says that here. In most countries, it is only the government. Oh, down here, you see, only the government. Who issues the banknotes? The government, right? It says it right here. What about here? To face the growing trade? No, this is not. So I'm assuming this is going to be the top one, okay? And then this is going to be somewhere else. I'm just going to put it at the bottom for now, okay? So yes, they're saying government has a central bank. They issue money, but they're saying here in Scotland, the banks issue money. Done. So I would say this has to go in order. So now we have these pairs. And this cannot go in between, right? This cannot go in between. You cannot break up a happy family. So this will either go at all the way to the top or all the way to the bottom. But I would say at the bottom because this has a little clue right here. This lack of adequate currency. Lack of is a dependent preposition. So that preposition has to be there. So this lack of adequate currency, meaning not enough currency, not enough money. So do they say something about not enough money in this sentence here? Short supply. Yes, they do. Short supply of coins, right? Right here. So there is your sequence. One thing linked after another. I hope that helped.